Hello students, admission of a partner, lecture 6, problem number 6. I am taking this question from Telangana State Telugu Academy Inter-Secondary Accountancy Textbook. But this video is useful to all commerce students who want to know about admission of a partner topic. First 5 lectures videos links I am giving in the description box. Even this question also available in the description box. Let us see the question first.
Vasu and Dasu are partners sharing profits and losses equally. 2 members are there. Therefore, equally means 1:1. 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So, Vasu's share is 1 by 2. Dasu's share is also 1 by 2. Their balance sheet as on 31st March 2020 was as under. This is old balance sheet. Under liability side, creditors 20,000, outstanding expenses 10,000, general reserve 20,000, capitals of Vasu and Dasu are 1,20,000 and 1 lakh rupees. Asset side, cash at bank 15,000, sundry debtors 40,000, stock 80,000, furniture 10,000, machinery 50,000, buildings 70,000, profit and loss account 5,000 rupees. Two side totals 2,70,000 rupees. Additional information. They decided to admit Mr. Sonu from 1st April 2020 on the following conditions. They decided to admit. By seeing this admit word, we should understand that this is admission related problem. Here, Vasu and Dasu are old partners and Sonu is new partner. A. Sonu has to pay 1,25,000 rupees as capital for 1/4 sharing the future profits. B. Sonu shall pay 30,000 rupees as goodwill. So A and B bit both are related with capital and goodwill adjustments. C. Machinery be depreciated by 10%. D. Buildings to be appreciated by 20%. E. Provide for bad debts at the rate of 6% on debtors. Prepare necessary journal entries to give effect to the above and give opening balance sheet of Vasu, Dasu and Sonu. He is asking journal entries to write, but we don't prepare journal. We prepare ledger and we show new balance sheet. Why? Because in public examination, 99% he doesn't ask journal entries. So you should able to do the problem without using the journal entries. Under ledger, we prepare revaluation account. Next, capital accounts of all the 3 partners, Vasu, Dasu and Sonu. Next, bank account, because in old balance sheet under asset side, we have bank balance. Cash at bank means bank balance. He is not giving cash balance. Therefore, bank account we prepare. After that, goodwill account. After preparing ledger, we prepare new balance sheet also. Let us start with revaluation account.
In ledger, first we have to prepare revaluation account. Revaluation account is a nominal account. Nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gain. Gain means profit. When loss comes in revaluation of assets and liabilities, if asset value is reducing or liability value is increasing, then it is a loss. When profit comes in revaluation of assets and liabilities, if asset value is increasing or liability value is decreasing, it is a profit.
C, D, E. These 3 bits are related with revaluation account. See the first one. Machinery be depreciated by 10%. In old balance sheet, machinery value is given as 50,000 rupees.
In old balance sheet, machinery value is given as 50,000 rupees. Book value of machine is 50,000. In revaluation of this machine, old partners came to know that market value is reduced by 10%. So machinery is an asset. Asset value is reduced. It is a loss. It should be debited to revaluation account. 2. Machinery account. Machinery value 50,000. 10% value is reduced. 5,000 rupees the loss.
Next, debit. Buildings to be appreciated by 20%. In old balance sheet, building value is given as 70,000 rupees.
In old balance sheet, buildings value is given as 70,000 rupees. book value of building is 70,000. In revaluation of building, old partners came to know that market value of this building is increased by 20%. Building is an asset value is increasing. It is a profit. It should be credited to revaluation account. Buy buildings. Building value 70,000. 20% of 70,000 is increased. 14,000 rupees.
Next, EBIT. Provide for bad debts at the rate of 6% on debtors. Debtors value is given as 40,000 rupees.
Sundry debtors value is given in the old balance sheet as 40,000 rupees. And on this debtors value, 6% of provision we have to provide. So provision for bad debt, as we deduct from debtors, debtor value is reducing. Debtor is an asset value is reducing. It is a loss. It should be debited to revaluation account. To provision for bad debts. On 40,000 rupees, 6% provision we have to provide. 2,400. Related with revaluation account, all adjustments are completed. Finally, we have to find out the profit or loss in revaluation of assets and liabilities. Observe, which side total is more? Credit side. In rough notes, write on the credit total first. Minus debit total. 7,400. Then the difference is 6,600. Credit side we wrote profits. Debit side we wrote losses. So profit is more. Then in revaluation of assets and liabilities, we got a final profit of 6,600. This amount to all partners' capital accounts we have to transfer in all profit and loss ratio. So Vasu and Dasu are sharing profits and losses equally now. Equally means as two members are there, 1:1 is the whole profit and loss ratio. So 1/2 is for Vasu, 1/2 is for Dasu. To Vasu capital account, to Dasu capital account. Revaluation profit 6,600. We have to distribute to these two members equally. 1/2, 1/2. 3,300 and 3,300. So in total profit 6,600, 3,300 we should transfer to first partner's capital account and the other 3,300 we should transfer to second partner's capital account. Now two sides put the totals 14,000 and 14,000. Suppose we are writing journal entries for this problem. In that case, related with revaluation account, 3 entries you have to pass. First entry, revaluation account debtor to machinery account to provision for bad debts account. Second entry, buildings account debtor to revaluation account. Third entry, revaluation account debtor to Vasu capital to Dasu capital. This is revaluation account. After that, we have to prepare the capital accounts of all the 3 partners. Capital accounts of all the 3 partners. Vasu, Dasu and Sonu. We can prepare capital accounts by using journal entries or by using hints. In present problem, by using hints we prepare capital accounts. Because journal entries we are not writing. Capital account is a personal account. Because instead of owner's name, we write capital word. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Means, if partner is receiving any benefit from the firm, that amount we have to debit to this account. If partner is giving any benefit to the firm, that amount credit side we should write. Same point I will explain in another manner. Partner is a receiver. Debit side we write that amount now. Suppose partner is retiring, then the amounts which he has received, he should return to the firm. So, the amounts which partner should return to the firm at the time of retirement, we should show on debit side of capital accounts. Credit the giver. If partner is a giver for any amount, credit side we have to write that now. Suppose partner is retiring, then the amounts which he has given to firm, now firm should return to partner. So the amounts which a firm should return to partner at the time of retirement of a partner, we have to show on credit side. By using these hints, we prepare capital accounts. We have to start capital accounts with opening balance. From where we should take this opening balance amounts?
In old balance sheet under liability side, he is giving capitals of Vasu and Dasu now 1,20,000 rupees and 1 lakh. These two amounts we have to show here.
Credit side we have to write these opening balances. By balance brought down 1,20,000, 1 lakh. And for new partner, don't write any amount. Why we are crediting this opening balance? Partners brought capital into the firm. If partners are retiring, firm should return these capital amounts to them. As firm has to pay to partner at the time of retirement, these opening balances are appearing on credit side of capital account. Next come to revaluation account. In revaluation account we got profit, no? That profit amount we transfer to old partners capital accounts. Suppose partner is retiring, then that revaluation profit share firm should pay to partner. Means credit side it appears. What to write? By revaluation account. In revaluation account we have calculated 3,300 each for new partner nil. Now come to accumulated profit.
In old balance sheet under liability side, he is giving general reserve 20,000 rupees. This is called accumulated profit. This 20,000 we should transfer to old partners capital accounts in old profit and loss ratio 1:1. Not only that, see the asset side, profit and loss account 5,000 rupees given. In previous problems, he used to give profit and loss account under liability side. If profit and loss account balance is given under liability side, it gives the meaning that we have a credit balance in profit and loss account. It represents a profit. That profit we should transfer to old partners capital accounts in old profit and loss ratio. If profit and loss account amount is given under asset side, then the meaning is there is a debit balance in profit and loss account. Means there is some loss in profit and loss account. This loss is to be bared by old partners Vasu and Dasu in the ratio of 1:1.
We have accumulated profit and accumulated loss in this problem. General reserve he is giving under liability side, no? Means general reserve has a credit balance. It is accumulated profit. Old partner should take this amount in old profit and loss ratio. At the time of retirement, firm should pay this amount to partner. So general reserve appears on credit side. And profit and loss account, asset side is giving. What is the meaning of that? In profit and loss account, there is a debit balance. There is some loss. This loss arose before the admission of new partner Sonu. So Sonu is not going to bear this loss. Who should bear this loss? Only old partners. So this loss we have to transfer to old partners capital accounts. General reserve we are adding to capitals, but a profit and loss account debit balance we have to subtract from capitals. Capital is a liability. Liability shows a credit balance, no? If you want to add, you have to credit liability again. So general reserve entry is general reserve account debtor to Vasu capital to Dasu capital. But profit and loss account debit balance we want to subtract from capitals. Means capital accounts are to be debited. So what is the entry for profit and loss account debit balance? Capital accounts debtor, Vasu capital debtor, Dasu capital debtor to profit and loss account. If you are writing journal entries, these entries you remember. Now, without writing journal entries, we are preparing capital accounts now. So, hints we follow. General reserve, partner's money. If partner is retiring, firm should pay that amount to partner. So, general reserve credit side we have to write. by general reserve account. In old balance sheet liability side, general reserve amount is given as 20,000 rupees now. This 20,000 in old profit and loss ratio we have to distribute to Vasu and Dasu. Old ratio is 1:1. So each member's share is 10,000 rupees. For new partner, nil. Now come to profit and loss account debit balance. Who should pay to whom? This is loss. Old partner should bear. So we decrease this amount from their capital accounts. Suppose partners are retiring, then that partner should return these loss amounts to the firm. So profit and loss account debit balance. Debit side we are to write in capital accounts. To profit and loss account. Amount is 5,000 rupees. This 5,000 we should subtract from each partner in old ratio. Old ratio is 1/2. Then each person should bear 2,500 rupees loss. Vasu should bear 2,500. Dasu also should bear 2,500. New partner need not to bear any amount. So this is about accumulated profit and accumulated loss. Now come to goodwill and capital adjustments.
A and B points are related with capital and goodwill adjustments. A. Sonu has to pay 1,25,000 rupees as capital for 1/4 share in future profits. B. Sonu shall pay 30,000 as goodwill, and related with goodwill there is no other information.
When Sonu is admitted into the partnership business, he is bringing 1,25,000 rupees capital and 30,000 rupees goodwill. To adjust goodwill, we have three methods now. Premium method, revaluation method, memorandum revaluation method. As new partner is bringing capital and goodwill into the business, this is premium method. In question, he never gives under which method we have to adjust the goodwill. By observing the sentence, we should only understand. When new partner brings capital and goodwill both, it is premium method. In premium method, we have three sub-methods. Goodwill paid privately, goodwill retained in the business, goodwill withdrawn by the old partners. In question, he is not giving that goodwill should be paid privately. So this is not premium A. In question, he is not giving that old partner should withdraw the goodwill amount. So this is not premium C. Then what is left? Premium B. Even though this sentence is not given, goodwill should be retained in the business. As this is not premium A, this is not premium C, what is left? Premium B. In premium B bit, what happens? New partner brings capital, goodwill both into the firm. This goodwill belongs to old partners now. So we have to distribute this goodwill by transferring the amount to old partners' capital accounts in sacrificing ratio. After that, goodwill will be retained in the firm only. Now you have to observe these amounts Sonu is bringing into the firm or Sonu is directly depositing in our bank account. In old balance sheet asset side, bank balance is given, cash balance is not given. Then our assumption is Sonu is directly depositing capital and goodwill amounts into our bank account. So while writing the goodwill entries, in first entry, we have to take bank account as one account because money is deposited into our bank account and Sonu is bringing these two amounts now. Sonu account is another account. Bank with the organization name, if you open any account, it is a personal account. Sonu account is also a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Banker is the receiver, debit bank account. Sonu is a giver, credit Sonu's account. Owner's name we should not write in the books now. Sonu is partner. He is an owner of the business. His name we should not write. So instead of that, write down capital account. But 3 partners are there now. Therefore, prefix partner's name. So, Sonu capital account should be credited. In first entry, bank account should be debited. Sonu capital should be credited. Not only capital, Sonu is bringing goodwill also. Therefore, goodwill account also we have to credit. Sonu brought 1,25,000 capital, 30,000 rupees goodwill. So total 1,55,000 is deposited in our bank account. Now the question is, why goodwill account is credited? Because new partner is bringing goodwill as a compensation to old partners. So the firm has to pay this goodwill amount to old partners. In firm's books only we are writing these accounts. So to the firm, this goodwill amount is a liability. Liability shows a credit balance. Therefore, goodwill account is credited. Second entry, this goodwill firm has to pay to old partners. How? Not in cash form. We transfer that amount to old partners' capital accounts. What is the entry for that? Goodwill account debtor. Why you are debiting goodwill? Because when goodwill is transferred to old partners' capital accounts, now goodwill account will get closed. How we open goodwill account? By crediting with 30,000 rupees. How to close that goodwill account? By debiting with 30,000 rupees. One account with the same amount, if you credit and again if you debit, then that account will get closed. That goodwill account balance we are transferring to old partners' capital accounts. Why their capital accounts are credited? Capital is a liability. Liability shows a credit balance. We are adding this goodwill amount to their capital liability. So capital shows a credit balance. If you want to add some amount to capital account, again you have to credit capital account. Therefore, their capital accounts are credited. Now goodwill amount 30,000. In sacrificing ratio, we have to distribute to them. Regarding sacrificing ratio, remember these 2 points. In the question, if new ratio is not given, then sacrificing ratio, old ratio, both will be the same. In question, if new ratio is given, then sacrificing ratio we have to compute by using one formula. Old ratio minus new ratio. In present problem, new ratio is not given. Therefore, sacrificing ratio, old ratio, both will be the same. Nothing but 1:1. So, in 1:1, we have to distribute this goodwill amount to old partners' capital accounts. 15,000, 15,000. So, under premium B bit, when goodwill is brought by the new partner and retained in the business, these 2 entries we have to pass. Even though we are not writing journal entries in this problem, my advice is to write these 2 entries roughly, because these 2 entries are useful to prepare capital accounts, bank account and goodwill account. In capital accounts, let us post these 2 entries. See the first entry, capital account is credited. Therefore, this entry, credit side we have to post. By what to write? Other side, debit side, we wrote bank account now, write down that. Amount in whose column? So in Sonu's capital we are posting now. Therefore, amount should be in Sonu's column. And as we wrote bank, don't write this amount, 1,55,000, because you are not preparing bank account. You are preparing Sonu's capital account. So Sonu capital amount, 1,25,000 rupees we should write. First entry posting is completed. Come to second entry, capitals are credited. Therefore, second entry also, credit side only we should post. And what to write? Debit account name by goodwill account. Amounts are 15, 15 in old partners capital columns. So related with capital accounts, all adjustments are completed. Finally, we have to find out the balance carried down. Observe the totals. Credit side totals are more than debit side totals. So in rough notes, First credit total she had to calculate. Credit side totals are 1,48,300 for Vasu column, 1,28,300 for Dasu column, minus debit side amount 2,500, 2,500. Then the difference is 1,45,800 for Vasu, 1,25,800 for Dasu. These two amounts are known as balance carried down amounts. Where we should write them? As debit side total is less, debit side we have to write. What to write? To balance carried down. For new partner, credit amount 1,25,000 becomes balance carried down. Because debit side there is no amount. Two sides put the totals. These three amounts, balance carried down amounts, appear in new balance sheet under liability side. So capital accounts are completed. Next we have to prepare cash account or bank account. Now the doubt is which account we should prepare, cash account or bank account?
In old balance sheet underside, cash at bank is given now, means bank balance is given and cash balance is not given. Therefore, in this problem, we have to prepare bank account.
We have to start this bank account with opening balance. From where we should take this amount?
In old balance sheet under asset side, cash at bank 15,000 rupees is there now. This amount we should show here.
Debit side we have to write this opening balance amount. To balance brought down 15,000 rupees. Why I am showing this opening balance on debit side? Because cash at bank is an asset. Asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, debit side I am showing this opening balance. After that, these two entries we have to post in bank account. See the first entry, bank account is debited. Therefore, first entry on debit side of bank account we should post. What to write in particular column? Other side, credit side. We wrote these two accounts now. These two accounts names we should write. To Sonu Capital, to Goodwill account. 1,25,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees. In this entry, bank word is not there. So this second entry we need not to post in bank account. Posting is completed. Next, balancing. Debit side only we have the amounts. Put the debit total first. 1,70,000 rupees. Same amount appears as balance carried down on credit side. Put the total. In new balance sheet under asset side, we have to show this answer 1,70,000 rupees as bank balance. So bank account is completed. Next we have to prepare goodwill account. This is goodwill account. First we have to observe the old balance sheet under asset side, whether any goodwill amount is given or not.
In old balance sheet under asset side, there is no goodwill.
As there is no goodwill amount in old balance sheet, these two entries we have to post in goodwill account. See the first entry, goodwill account is credited. Therefore, in goodwill account, credit side we have to post this first entry. What to write in particulars column? Other side, debit side account name by bank account. But don't write bank amount 1,55,000. You are not preparing bank account. You are preparing goodwill account. So goodwill amount 30,000 rupees you have to write. Come to second entry. Goodwill account is debited. So this entry, debit side we should post. What to write in particulars column? Other side, credit side accounts names. To Vasu Capital, to Dasu Capital. Write down these two amounts, 15,000, 15,000. Put the totals. Two sides totals are same. Means goodwill account is closed. There is no balance carried down in goodwill account. Because if you observe the entries, you will understand the reason. In first entry, goodwill account is credited with 30,000. In second entry, goodwill account is debited with 30,000. Same account with the same name. Once we credited, again we debited. So goodwill account is already closed. That is why there is no balance carried down in goodwill account. Therefore, in new balance sheet under asset side, we should not show any goodwill amount. With this, ledger is completed. In ledger, we prepared revaluation account, three partners capital accounts, bank account, goodwill account. Finally, we have to prepare new balance sheet of all the three partners. Ledger is completed. Next, we have to prepare new balance sheet. Heading is balance sheet of Vasu, Dasu and Sonu as on 31st March 2020. As we are adding new partner's name in the balance sheet, this is new balance sheet.
Based on this old balance sheet and additional information, we have to prepare new balance sheet. First liability side we will see creditors 20,000 rupees, and related with the creditors there is no additional information. Therefore, in new balance sheet, creditors value 20,000 as it is we have to show in outer column.
Creditors, as there is no adjustment, amount directly in outer column.
Next, outstanding expenses 10,000 rupees. Related to this, there is no additional information. Therefore, outstanding expenses 10,000 rupees as it is we have to show in new balance sheet liability side also.
Outstanding expenses, no adjustment, amount directly in outer column.
Next, general reserve 20,000 rupees. Now this general reserve account is closed because we have transferred this 20,000 rupees balance to old partners capital accounts. As there is no balance in general reserve, in new balance sheet under liability side, we should not show this amount. So liability side we have completed. Not only from this balance sheet, even additional information also once we have to observe whether any extra liability is given. Extra liability is not there. Next to come to capitals. As capitals don't show these amounts. Which amounts we should show?
In capital accounts, we got answers, no? Balance carried down 1,45,800, 1,25,800 and 1,25,000. These three amounts you have to write here. Remember, don't write these totals here. Some students write totals. Totals are not the answers. Always balance carried down amounts are the answers. These amounts only we should show here. These three amounts you can write in the inner column, total you can show in outer column. Otherwise, directly in outer column also we can write.
Come to asset side. Under asset side, first we have cash at bank 15,000 rupees. Don't show this 15,000 rupees here. Then which amount we should show?
In bank account we got answer, no? Balance carried down 1,70,000 rupees. This amount we have to show here. Cash at bank 1,70,000 rupees.
Next, sundry debtors 40,000 rupees. Related to debtors, see the adjustment number E. Provide for bad debts at the rate of 6% on debtors.
Sundry debtors. In old balance sheet, sundry debtors value is given as 40,000 rupees. And in adjustments he is giving that we have to provide 6% provision on this debtors. So 40,000 rupees you have to write in inner column. Provision for bad debts we have to deduct from this value minus provision for bad debts. In revaluation account we calculated 2,400 rupees. Remaining amount in outer column 37,600 rupees.
Next, stock 80,000 rupees. Related to stock, there is no additional information. Therefore, same amount appears in new balance sheet under asset side.
Stock, as there is no adjustment, old balance sheet value 80,000, we have to show in new balance sheet also.
Next, furniture 10,000 rupees. Related with the furniture, there is no additional information. Therefore, same amount 10,000 appears in new balance sheet under asset side.
Furniture, there is no adjustment. So, old balance sheet value, we have to show in new balance sheet also.
Next, come to machinery 50,000 rupees. Related to machinery, adjustment number C. Machinery be depreciated by 10%.
Machinery, old balance sheet value is given as 50,000 rupees. At the time of admission of a new partner, old partners inquired in the market and they came to know that market price of this machine is 10% less than this book value. So market values only we have to show in new balance sheet now. Therefore, book value, old balance sheet value, you have to write in inner column minus 10% market price is reduced. So depreciation In revaluation account, we have calculated the depreciation on machinery. 5,000 rupees, 10% on 50,000. So the market price of this machine at the time of admission of a new partner is 45,000 rupees.
Next, buildings 70,000 rupees. Related with the building, there is one adjustment. Buildings to be appreciated by 20%.
Buildings. Building value in old balance sheet is 70,000. And at the time of admission of a new partner, old partners came to know that market value of this building is 20% more than this book value. So 20% we should add to book value. Then market price comes. In inner column, show the book value of buildings. Old balance sheet value 70,000 plus 20% building value is increased. If asset value is decreasing, we are writing depreciation word. If asset value is increasing, we have to write appreciation word. Plus appreciation. We calculated the amount in revaluation account. 14,000 rupees came. Market value of building is 84,000 rupees.
Next, come to profit and loss account debit balance 5,000 rupees. This is accumulated loss. This amount we transfer to old partners capital accounts. Means this account is closed. Therefore, in new balance sheet under asset side, we should not show this amount again. So balance sheet asset side completed. We have to see the additional information also, whether any extra asset is given or not. There is no additional asset in the adjustments.
All liabilities and assets we have taken in the new balance sheet. Finally, put the totals. Liability side total is 4,26,600. Asset side also find out the total 4,26,600. Thus, two sides you should get the same totals. Then only a problem is correct. So this is all about problem number 6 from admission of a partner topic. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.